Okay.
Hey, how you doing, food fans? Chef Bjaf here with another recipe that I stole and made a little better, and now it's coming my way to your way. I'm going to show you how to make the most awesome cheeseburger. Who doesn't like a cheeseburger? Well, actually, my son doesn't like cheeseburgers. He likes his burgers with no cheese. But guess what? He eats this one because it is awesome! Okay, now, this burger, I'm making it a little bigger than the original. The original comes, I don't know, I think comes from the Midwest somewhere, and there's a couple of different bars that claim that they were the first, and they make them differently. It's called a Juicy Lucy. I hope I didn't trademark something. Whoops. Don't worry, I'll spell it different. It'll be fine. Juicy Lucy. What makes it a Juicy Lucy? Well, instead of the cheese being on the outside, the cheese is in the inside. And when you bite into it, molten cheese pours all over your mouth, and second and third degree burns and curdles. You don't care because it's so delicious. So that's what I'm going to make today. Now, I am cheating because I like to do it the easy way. Now, sometimes when I make it, it's elaborate, and I make a bunch of special burgers, or I'll make special meat, and I'll make the patties a special way. But today, I just went to the grocery store, and I got myself, what's the matter?
I want to see some glasses.
No, you need glasses?
I do to see this close.
Normally I do. Alright, I just got the patties that are already made. Okay, they're coming in a pack. And so the way they come is the way I make them. And so this one, unfortunately, for some people, it's a little over a pound of meat. I mean, I'm thinking that these burgers are going to be about 3/4 of a pound each. And if you don't want to eat a 3/4 pound burger, you're
okay.
watching the wrong show, kids.
No, it's okay.
No,
You could have a bite or something and then be done.
No, don't be a baby. You put that pacifier down and pull up your big boy pants and bite into a big fat burger.
It's a nook.
Do it for your mama. Alright, so I'm going to take this burger, I'm going to put it down on the ground. Not the ground, actually, just my little mat here, okay? In fact, I'm going to do this twice because we have plenty of time. You can't, now, the one bar only makes it with American cheese, and American cheese is really good. Then the other bar makes it with like 3 different kind of cheeses. Like, you can get it with American cheese, of course. You can also get it with blue cheese, which is very sharp, but if you like blue cheese, I'm sure it's blue cheese terrific. And I think they make it with brie, which is really good too. That's a good melty cheese. The trick is you want a good melty cheese. We're going to use Gouda because good is right in the word. It's Gouda. So I'm going to take this Gouda. Gouda's a good cheese too. And it melts really good, which is really what's important. And I'm taking a couple of slices of this Gouda, and I kind of just like fold up the one slice this way and in little 4s. See? 4. And I've got this gigantic swelling of cheese sitting on the top. Can you see that? And I'm going to take my patty, my other patty, and I'm going to put it on, and that's all I'm going to do here is just crimp the heck out of this. I'm going around and I'm making sure it's all sealed up properly because we don't want the cheese leaking out. We don't want the cheese to leak out of this until...
It's just that simple.
What are you saying? You know, traditionally, honey, the cameraman is silent. Traditionally. Of course, what's traditional about this? I'm not even a real chef. Just apparently that username was available on YouTube. So I anointed myself, Chef Bjaf, for the people. Okay, you can see this thing is humongous. Don't let it freak you out. It's gonna hurt a little at first, but you're gonna get used to it. Look how big it is. See how big? It's big. We're in HD. All right, so I'm making sure, I'm just checking all the holes up and making sure they're all sealed. Now, what I'm gonna do before I cook this is I'm going to season it liberally. Now, you season it the way you like to season it. Do you not like garlic? Then don't use it, because you're not gonna want to eat your burger. Me, I like it, okay? I'm gonna wash my hand real quick. I'm not gonna make both of these Juicy Lucy's, because really what I'm trying to do is just show you how to make these. You don't need to see me make another Juicy Lucy. I mean, that was pretty simple. You do want to make sure you wash your hands before you touch other stuff when you're dealing with meat, or possibly touching something questionable in any way, shape, or form. Okay? So people are counting on you to eat. I'm just gonna liberally douse this with a little garlic powder. That's how I like it. I'm gonna put some onion powder on here. A lot of people don't use onion powder. I'm not sure why. It's highly underrated, but it gives a nice oniony flavor without you having to cry. And some ground pepper. And I don't cook my meat with salt. I know you're going to see a lot of people that do on other cooking shows. I salt my meat afterwards. Was that funny somehow? You're so immature. All I said was I salt my meat. Come on. Oh, you're totally wrecking my whole show. Okay, and then the other thing I'm going to do right before I put this on the grill is I'm going to put a little Worcestershire sauce on there, or umami. That means in Japanese.
Num num.
Okay, so wrapping up, kids. This was the quickest one ever. All we did was take, and I use ground chuck. You can use any kind of burger that you want. I like ground chuck because it's extra fatty. Okay, and I have an image to keep up. I took my burgers. I took 2 pieces of Gouda. I stuffed it right in the center. I sealed it. I seasoned it, and next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it in the refrigerator for at least a half hour to kind of get the meat bonds together to help keep my cheese from leaking out. I'm going to put it on a grill and I'm going to cook it just like any burger, maybe a little bit lower and longer to make sure it cooks all the way through, because this baby is about 3/4 of a pound. So this is going to be anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes aside, depending on how you like it done. And when it comes out, I am going to bite into it and molten cheese is going to pour in my mouth. And my screams will not be heard over my screeches of delight from Juicy Cheeseburger. Hey, Chef Bjaf, I'm making it in my kitchen, you make it in yours. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Hit some button, honey.